We have considered processing salmon on Skye, but I think given the expansion that we're undertaking in salmon farming, we need something a bit more central and something a bit better able to deal with the tonnage throughput that we would have 2 or 3 years down the line. But we chose to have an all-Scottish sort of setup. So Inverness was the choice back in 1982, and I think it was the right choice. If it wasn't Inverness, it could only have been in London. Smoked salmon is a very, very competitive business. We can't supply a single hotel or a single little restaurant or delicatessen in London the way the London smokers can, so we tend to deal more in bulk. So we supply people like Harrods and Selfridges, and probably we will continue to base most of our sales on the export trade. That's really the biggest growth area, particularly in the US, where they don't really know yet what smoked salmon is. It's a sobering thought that this particular site has probably been the centre of human habitation in this particular area for about 3,500 years now, starting with the Neolithic people who built their burial mound just 100 yards up the river there, and ending with the laird and the big house, you know, which is only in the last 100 years or so. But the 3,500 years of people being born, living and dying around this particular area, I mean, must leave behind some kind of a trace of presence. And I'm not one for spooks and bogeymen, but I can remember fishing up the river just by the Beakers people's mound, and one night, probably about 10 o'clock as it was getting dark, and I was with my big black dog who was at my side, and suddenly every hair on the animal's back shot up, and he slunk back across the bridge, and he would have, whatever I did, he would not come back to me, and just made a beeline for the house. And, you know, the hairs on the back of my neck went up as well, like there was 1,000 eyes on the back of my neck. It is terrifying sometimes. Probably not terrifying, but sort of awe-inspiring in the sense that you really do feel you've got those people watching over you, you know, see whether you're doing right or doing wrong. motivates me is not actually this environment per se, but it's the very stark contrast between this way of life up here and the way of life in the south. I mean, my way of life doesn't change that much, but it's what I perceive around me that's obviously different. I suppose I recharge my batteries, not so much by actually being here, but by coming here and by going back again. It's the physical movement from one place to the other that I find stimulating.
Well, there's a house on the hillside where the drifting sands are born. They found and let the slow tide wash me back to the land where I came from, where the mountain men are kings, and the sound of the Bible counts for everything, where the real mountain men are kings, and the sound of that Bible counts for everything. Feel the naked dust beneath my toes, while the future sun calls winds to blow, and the past and present black-eyed crow flies hunting high and circling low between dream mountains of our Eden.